One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Falcons will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Watts. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Sun Devils offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll run it out of the shotgun, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They are in attack mode already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll give it to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that...
Touchdown, Arizona State! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Air Force Falcons offense will have its first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base.
There he goes. And he was on his way. All the way to the 38. And the Falcons headed quickly to the line.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into...
There he goes! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
This time, there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read.
Touchdown, Falcons! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will tie the game. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Makes the grab down the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got him. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
And the Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's the handoff. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Falcons have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The inside handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got his man in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Air Force. The extra point here would tie the game.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't. Chance, defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. On first down, here comes this offense. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Offense set on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can...
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that. Play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
To the air on second down. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big...
Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Falcons look to do some damage in the red zone. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the returner will be dragged down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him? Or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Makes the grab. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they...
Fires toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Colorado Springs.
The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
It'll be third and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Falcons will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Catches it at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Across the 25, he's got room. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
His defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Motion from the wideout. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Blasted as he lets it go. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And after the field goal got... are back on top. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oklahoma State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Stillwater for a long time. They're up by 27 over Syracuse. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on it. There he goes. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Sun Devils are on the move. From the gun, the running back has it. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Just feeds the running back. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Falcons send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They want that clock to run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Hauls it in. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tight end now in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Falcons want to move quickly.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilcox. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They just keep firing. Got his man on the right. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Looking to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The snap sets up to throw. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Trying to get it in. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they fail. Nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance as a coaching staff.